Yo, what's up you guys, Loyal here. The thing that you saw there was my final build on Diablo 4 Season 2, Season of Blood. And it's kind of interesting. It started with the Incinerate build and it went to a place where I'm blasting winter orbs with the Incinerate and spamming the Incinerate. It started with, just full on Incinerate without channeling Incinerate without spamming the button, but after the Winter Orb, it just went there, and I wanted to just, spam the Incinerate as much as I can to have much lucky hit to get as much of those Winter Orbs as possible. So yeah, that was a really interesting build. I had lots of fun with it, at least on the later date now, on the final days of my season play, and it was really interesting to play. I have to tell you, it was fun. I got something that I always wanted with the Incinerate build. I wanted to have critical strikes, I wanted to have vulnerable, I wanted to have everything that I could, and that was a really good build. But let's go over it. Let's see if you have any ideas how to even evolve it further. I even do. So let's go. Here you can see it in all its glory, the final thing that I got. And to be honest, it's something really different from where I started from. For example, I wanted the Harlequin crest. I didn't get it. Surprise there. So I went with Godless Crown. God Slayer Crown. I went with God Slayer Crown, Raiment of the Infinity, aspect of Enclosing Flame, which is you deal bonus burning damage, aspect of Protector, I get a barrier after killing an elite, Flicker Step, each enemy you evade through reduces your ultimate cooldown. This was a really good possibility to get Inferno more times, so that was a really interesting thing. Then obviously the Flame Scar. I had this where I get +7 ranks to Incinerate, and also I had the Gloves +4 to Incinerate. So in total I had 5 + 7 + 4, so that means 16 out of 5. And with the Shego, obviously it would have been 20 out of 5. So there is a lot of things that I would have wanted to do better with the build, but unfortunately I didn't have the time to, get more out of the build. And then obviously I had the aspect of Disobedience, giving me the armor, which is really good. Then I had the new Sorcerer's Ring, the Talras's Iridescent Loop. And then I got yesterday's False Corroded Signet, and that kind of exploded the build. I didn't understand how much, but having Erupt with my Incinerate is really good and doing 35,000 extra damage. So that was a really cool thing. And obviously it explodes to surrounding enemies, so I was really happy with the build, and yeah, I couldn't be more happy with the build after getting this one. And then obviously the only aspect that actually works with Incinerate is the aspect of conflagration. Fucking English isn't my primary language, how can you tell? But yeah, either case, while channeling Incinerate, your burning damage is increased by 40%. That was a really good good thing. And obviously I had that from the very beginning. And then there's my vampiric powers, Bathe in Blood. This was really good. Many people didn't use it because their sorcerer build was moving all the time. Mine was standing still, so I had to do this without thinking. I was thinking about Metamorphosis, that was true. The metamorphosis is a really good vampiric power. We can all agree on that. But the damage wasn't really the problem with me on this build, more of a survivability by standing still, because I had to stand still. Many people didn't understand that to get the Incinerate to work, you have to stand still. So I had to take the bath in blood, which gave me damage reduction while I was still. It gave me the blood pool. Also, it gave a little bit, I would say a little downside is that I don't see what's under the blood pool. So kind of if there was a poison pool, I kind of died during the level up phase of the building. And then obviously domination, you deal increased damage to enemies who are stunned, immobilized or frozen or feared. And if they are also injured and not an elite, they are instantly killed. That is a really good one. Obviously I'm doing frozen and I'm doing immobilize on the enemies, so it's really useful. Then flowing wings, dealing more damage over time, obviously doing burning damage as the main source of damage. This was like given for me. And then Revenant's lucky hit. I have a really good lucky hit chance, so this was a really good choice. 20% chance to increase your attack speed by 40% of your total movement speed, and that was a really kind of could have been better. Could have chosen a little bit more power to better power for that, but I didn't really have the time to experiment more. But you know, there's a lot of more things to come, and I'll tell you in the details later when we get through the build. So yeah, obviously Prey of the Weak, you deal 16% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Enemies are vulnerable while affected by Vampiric Curse from your other Vampiric powers. This works, actually, but not with Vampiric powers. I think I don't have any... Oh, okay, so Flowing Veins actually does Vampiric Curse, but I also can do vulnerable damage with the Winter Orbs. And yeah, it's kind of crazy, I know, but you know, it's really interesting. Then with the weapons, obviously going damage over time, because you know, I want to have more burning damage. And then I actually had rubies on my armor, get the maximal life, and then diamonds on my jewelry, and that was really good. I actually like this one really much, and it kind of helped me with the build. Then I had Firebolt as a basic, Incinerate as the main source of damage. Then obviously Winter Orb, Frozen Orbs. Frozen Orbs are really useful. I think with this build, it was a really fantastic to just spam, and then all the Winter Orbs came on, and I was really happy when the spam came real, and there was a lot of Winter Orbs. Then Teleport, obviously, I'm kind of I was kind of mixed with this, because I don't really want to move, but Teleport is a really good thing to move on, and move with, actually. It's... You know, moving with the Teleport, like, I can do so much more with the Teleport. I can get damage reduction, I can get cooldowns, everything like that, and just, you know, spamming the Teleport as much as I can to places, and just stand still and Incinerate. That was a really good evolvement. Like a phase 2 of the build, to understand that I actually need teleport. So yeah, then the Ultimate Inferno and Flame Shield, obviously, to get the mana reduction for the Incinerate. It kind of ate mana so much. And then enchantments were Frozen Orb and Teleport. That enchantment of the Frozen Orb actually gave me the power to, you know, spam the Incinerate, and the frozen orbs come from the Incinerate. Yeah, okay. Then we go to the skills. Obviously, this was my skill tree. As you can see, there's Fireball, 2 points on Fireball, 5 on Incinerate, and do the Destructive Incinerate. And then on the Winter Frozen Orb, 5 as well, Greater Frozen Orb. Then Flame Shield 1 only, I don't really need more. The best chance would have been if I had a Legendary Boots with the with skill that gave me plus something to Flame Shield, but either case, this was fine. Then Teleport to max, obviously, and damage reduction. Then +1 to Elemental Attunement, Precision Magic +3, 1 to Alignment Elements, and max to Protection and Mana Shield. 1 to Icy Veils and Snap Freeze for free. Then 1 to Inner Flames, and then 3 to Crippling Flames. Then with Permafrost going all out with Icy Touch, Horror Frost, and Permafrost. And then Inferno, obviously maxed out, and to Supreme Inferno. And after Freeze expires, enemies explode for 25% of damage you dealt to them while frozen. So, obviously, Incinerate with frozen, a really interesting thing. And it exploded, and it was so much fun. So much fun. And the Paragon board is kind of interesting as well. I took Territorial for the first one to get more damage reduction. And then we got Destruction for that, and then this was Unleashed. Yes. There we go. So it was Unleash. Get the max out of and get the magic notes too. Actually having really well of willpower, resistance, and the non-physical damage buff was insane with this one. And then obviously Tactician as well to get more stuff out of this. I think I got vulnerability damage from this like 40% or something. It's kind of crazy. And I kind of liked it, to be honest. It was a really good Paragon board, I think, for this one. Yeah, that was the build. Let's go to the things that I would have wanted to evolve on this. So I think in kind of sense this is a really good build. I really love to play this. It was a really fun thing to play, and obviously if I've had the Harlequin crest it would have been even more fun. But I didn't, so kind of goes to me because I didn't have really the time to get that. But in either case, the build was fantastic. I think there was no actual downside other than the damage was kind of not that fast. It dealt damage really well, like 200,000 and something like that, 200 level enemies, but still kind of trying to find more. And to talk about that, how I would wanted to get more, I would have wanted to get lightning damage, that skill, and it would have been possible. But I really didn't have time to experiment with the build. I would have wanted to have chain lightning on the build. That is a really interesting skill to have on the enchantments. As I spam the Incinerate, I would have chain lightning and frozen orb. That would have been amazing build, and I would have loved it every step of the way. So if you guys will check this build out, please try to get the chain lightning in and add me to that video if you make a video out of it, because I really want to see how that works. it has a really good potential to have all the elements in one click of your mouse or your controller. That is an amazing thing to have. Hopefully that will increase the damage even further and we can go and spam it hell out of it and have fun. So yeah, thanks guys for watching the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and consider to becoming a member to get these kind of videos more often. And obviously, we're gonna go live from next. We're gonna go live for from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So we will be back on Diablo 4 Season 3. See you guys then. Peace and love. Bye.
Cold tiles, my feet against the door.